Well, today we have a request from my new friend, Charlene Starnes, and she had asked how to sharpen our design knives. And I thought that was a really good question and a really good opportunity for us to talk about sharpening our knives. Number one, you know that a sharp knife, you're not going to cut yourself with a sharp knife. You're going to cut yourself with a dull knife. And that's something that chefs will tell you, florists will tell you, all of those people. And it's important to have a sharp knife if we're going to be designing. And so typically what you see is that I have the locking blade Swiss Army knife that looks like this. And it's the knife that I kind of grew up with in that it's weighted in the handle. The blade locks into place. I've had people who have, said it's not technically a locking blade knife because there isn't a release for it, but it stays open. I prefer that to a knife that's like a kitchen knife. I just don't think that these are as suitable for cutting flowers as this is. And obviously, we use the bypass cutter a lot, and we use the compact pruner a lot. So I just wanted you, to be aware of that too. What we're going to do with today's video is I'm going to bring you in close so that you can see it. And I will sit down for today's video because that's an easier, well, I don't know. I'm going to take that back. I probably won't. I might sit down to show you the old-fashioned method, but I will stand up to show you the new method and the new way that I sharpen all my knives. And this goes for my kitchen knives as well, too. So I use this same technique. But I thought it would be fun today to get out my grandfather's knife. My grandfather carried this knife his whole life, and he gave it to my dad in the hospital just before he died. And so my dad had it in his possession right before he died, and I got it after that. So this is a third generation knife. This was the knife that my grandpa used to carry. It used to be much wider. My grandpa smoked a lot. My grandpa smoked 3 packs of Camel no filters every day. And this has, I think it has a lot of smoke stain on it because I think he had a lot of nicotine on his hands and stuff. But I think it's really sweet and it's very reminiscent. So I'm going to show it to you up close when I move the camera. So I'm going to move the camera so you can see a little bit closer what we're doing over here. And it'll just be an opportunity for us to take a better peek at what's going on. And hopefully that's going to be real good there. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, I think. So, okay, so this is our locking blade Swiss Army knife. That's what that looks like, okay? And it's got the Swiss Army decal on it there. And these are made by Florimart. And you actually, if you're a florist or a wholesaler, you can have your name put on the blade, which is kind of cool. This is also by Swiss Army, and it's a kitchen knife. And I do use these in the kitchen. I use these for paring, and I use them for cutting up cucumbers and peppers, and I use them every single day. And I want them to be sharp, but I don't use them for my flowers. Okay. I prefer this for my flowers if I'm going to use a knife. Okay. So I just wanted to show you then my grandpa's knife up close. So this is my grandpa's knife, and look at that blade. I don't know if you can see it. You can, I think, when I'm angling it like that. So look at these two blades side by side, right? And I'm just trying to get a reflection on them there for you. Okay. But look at them. So my grandpa's knife is like a little, we used to call it a toad stabber. I think stabbing a toad would be a horrible thing, but look at how pointy it is. And that's because of the way that he sharpened this. So I'm going to show you the old-fashioned way to sharpen a knife, and that is done with a stone. And this is a stone for sharpening a knife. Looks like this, right? And that stone is very interesting. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. Look. Okay, so there's one side that's very rough and porous and one side that is very smooth, and they're bonded together. So this is the smooth side. This is the rough side. And we had one in our store. I wish I could show it to you because it was all worn down. It was not square like this anymore. It was very misshapen. But now you will understand why this knife looks like this and this knife looks like this, okay? So what would happen when we would sharpen knives is we would use the rough side like this, and we would go in circles on the rough side. and then we turn it over and go in circles on the other side. And if you've ever felt a knife blade, you shouldn't be able to really feel the edge. You shouldn't feel like a lip on one side and not a lip on the other side. And because I did this one longer now, I can feel that lip on this side. So I would want to go in circles again. And once I don't have that lip on one side and the lip on the other, then I would flip to the smoother side. And what I would do is I would pull the knife towards myself and off the edge. And then I'd push it along the edge on the other side. Now, my grandpa was a fanatic about this, and he would do this, and he would come in every day to the store and would sharpen our knives every day. And we would wait. Ooh, grandpa's gonna sharpen our knives, and he would do it so good, and I could never do it to suit him. So then you go. He would usually say, if you go once this way, you got to go once this way, and if you go once this way, then you got to go back the other way. And the idea is that you're making that edge as sharp as it possibly could be. And unless you have a talent for this, and unless you've practiced it a lot, sometimes you can make your knives duller. You wouldn't necessarily make them sharper. And so, although this is a great old-fashioned method and it's been done, there's a story on the back of this. It was established in 1823 and from the Norton Pike Company. And there's a whole new thing, a whole big story on the backside of this guy that tells all about it. But that's how you would do that. And so over a period of time, a knife that looked like this would become a knife that looked like this, because you were constantly wearing off that knife as you would sharpen it every single day. So a few years ago, maybe 10 even now, my friend Ramon Garcia at Garcia Group, who is the distributor for the Victorinox, knife company, which is the Swiss Army knife company, came up with this product. And this is the knife sharpener. And Victorinox also, Swiss Army creates not only knives for florists, but knives for all sorts of things. There's bread knives and there's all sorts of cutlery that you can have. And I think that's pretty cool. And so you can use this knife to sharpen all sorts of knives. And as I said, I use this to sharpen my knife that I carve the turkey with, that I cut the roast beef with, that I cut cucumbers with, whatever it is, I use this now to sharpen. I do not use this box over here. Okay, so I use this. I wanted you to see how it came, and it comes with instructions on the back side. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to use it. And we're going to slide down I'm trying to see if I can show you that picture. And it doesn't look like I can because it's just going to get too blown out. Sorry. But I wanted to show you what it looks like. So if you're looking for it online, it's probably going to be on this piece of cardboard. But this is what it looks like in real life. It's gray on one side. It's black on the other. I have no idea why. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to stand up and show you how we do this. Okay. And so because we need to be on the edge of the table. And you know what? If I go there, I'm on the edge of the table, right? Okay. So I'm going to try and come over here and show you exactly how we would do this. All right. So we put this over the edge of the table. Sorry, I got to come this way. Hang on. There we go. That's better. How about that? Okay. So now we've got our knife over the table. This is the sharp end of the knife. This is the dull end back here. We're going to put our hand inside this. Okay. So our hand goes inside there. So our fingers are protected by this piece right here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's usually enough. There's 2 little tiny blades and 2 little stones, just like this stone right here, right? Okay, two little stones like that that are at an angle inside there. And as you run it down that blade, it sharpens it on both sides. So it's simply just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my knife is ready to go and is super sharp. Okay? Super simple for us to do that. And I love the fact that it's that easy. And it just takes this tool. That's the tool that it is, that Victorinox knife sharpener, and we don't have to worry about it. And so then, we can keep our knife sharp. And I can use it on knives like this too if I want to. And theoretically, it's gonna take a lot longer to have me have a little toad stabber like that, like my grandpa had. But I enjoyed showing it to you today. I enjoyed showing you how to sharpen your knives. This great knife sharpener from Victorinox Swiss Army is a wonderful tool that will help us keep our knives sharp and allow us to cut our flowers better every single time. Thanks so much to my friend Charlene Starnes again for suggesting this idea and letting me show you how to use it and how to work with that. And next time, we'll do something else fun. Keep sending me your suggestions. I love hearing what they are. And check out the other videos that we have on my YouTube channel, Jay Schwanke Flowers, and also on my Facebook. And then also, you think about we're still having our special on ubloom.com for our memberships, and you can join there as a member for $3.99 a month or $38.40 a month or a year. And you get access to all 1,800 videos that we have. There are some sharpening videos on there as well to teach you that as well. And we're having 50% off right now. So the discount code 50 at home. Thanks again, Charlene. I appreciate it. This was a great idea. I hope it was helpful. Have a great day.